interesting. That was definitely interesting, man. I was trying to do the quick live and it was doing the most. It was doing the most, man. Shoot. Y'all know what I'm doing. It's the mandatory looking and making sure that the light and the cameras, all that kind of stuff is good. I ain't gonna be here long though. I really ain't gonna be in here long, like to be real, because I still gotta go take care of some stuff tonight. So I ain't gonna be in here too long. Just wanted to holler at my people, man. Make sure y'all good. Make sure y'all good. You know, I feel like everything's super super dark in here. I just lit myself with my little ring light, but I feel like everything is dark as hell. Oh, you know why it's dark as hell? Hold on. It's because I don't have my what you call it light beaming in my face right now. Hold on. That's what it is. Let me see. Will Rodriguez said of the day was Neon number 4. Cosmala is the man. That Thomas Cosmala Neon number 4 is amazing, man. I love that fragrance, man. That is full bottle worthy. I actually am getting a full bottle on that one soon. Matter of fact, really, really soon. Joel, what's going on, man? Said of the day, Ormond Jane Montabaco Intensivo. That stuff's good too, man. Y'all are smelling good in the chat today. Y'all are definitely smelling good in the chat today, man. That might be a little bit better. See, that feels a little bit better. Although I don't have it on like super bright right now, that does feel a little bit better. Feels a little bit more well lit at this frame, I might go ahead and turn this ring light up a little bit more. Oh man, what is happening? Let's see. Will says layered it with Bonnie body oil. Bonnie body oil. Ooh, that's probably good. What time is it, Travels? What's up, OG? Send the day. Coach Green. Fantastic scent, man. You know what? Coach Green throws people off sometimes, man, because they think of it as a gimmick with that little kiwi at the top. But I will say that it is a great spring fragrance. Well complimented, too. Very, very complimented fragrance there. Joel speaking to everybody. Mo, what's going on? As Randy would say, welcome to Mo's. What's up, man? I tried to test Neon at the mall a few days ago, but the test was out. Neon's good. Neon is very, very good. I ended up buying let me see, that might work. Yeah. I ended up buying a decan of it, like a 10 mil, just like off top, because I saw the notes. It looked interesting to me. And I was like, man, let me go for it. And I was not disappointed. It is great. That is a great fragrance, man. So if you can, I think Scent Split has it. Scent Rush may have it as well. So, but check them, man, because you can get it for a fairly good price for a decant on it, and it's amazing. I'll have it as decant soon, man. Hopefully, because I am getting that. I am getting that bottle. I am getting that bottle, man. What time says facts? Getting compliments all day. Yeah, and you know what it is? It's because that kiwi is nice, man, at the opening. But what really pops that thing off is as you go into the dry down, man, you start getting some of those like those little greener aspects there, but it's like a freshness to it. I believe it's a vetiver in that, but it's a freshness in that base that really just kind of, it's not like uber sweet. It kind of tones down from that sweetness. Man, it's good. I like it. I like it, man. It's an all day. It's a work scent. It's a spring scent, fun scent. It covers all bases, man. Space all bases. Ricky, what's going on, man? Gator, scent of the day, Gulf Orchid, Sweet Heaven Ice. I'm getting that whole set, Sweet Heaven Ice. And I think there's like 3 other flankers that are in that set with that bottle that looks a lot like the Royal Blend bottle. Those I'm getting all for the set, man. I smelled Sweet Heaven Ice. I smelled the other one. I think it's a cherry one, and I was actually kind of impressed by that one too. So I think I'm gonna get that whole set. There's another one that's supposedly kind of like a darker scent, but it's a little bit more along the lines of what you would think of with that type of DNA or that type of bottle. You think is going towards more of that angel cherish type DNA, but apparently it's really really good. I'm looking forward to getting a dose of all of those, man. Driz, what's going on, man? Yo, what's up? Just saw Superman. What's going on? Hey, look, don't tell me about it yet, man, because normally I'll be in the movie theater like right away when those movies come out. We're not gonna go see it till this weekend coming up. So, which is odd for me that a movie like that it wouldn't be in their opening weekend, but it's gonna be next weekend, man. I'm gonna make a whole date out. My wife might hear me, so I gotta whisper this part. We'll make a whole kind of day out of it and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be real nice. So I have iced and tobacco passed on the cherry. I wanted to get the cherry just because I'm interested in kind of what they say, diversifying my portfolio. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple other ones, man. That's going to be a little bit more on the cherry side because I don't have a whole lot of cherry stuff. I got the Cereza Daiquiri, the Sphinx fragrance. I have Dontique's 1505, which is a Tom Ford Electric Smoke. Sorry, Cherry Smoke cologne. And I got something else cherry in here. So I was thinking that, try something with a little cherry vibe to it. Let's see. Drill say set of the day, midnight hour. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I gotta put my nose on it, man. What time I said, what's all the hate on Dior Parfum 2025? That fragrance smells amazing. I think it smells amazing too, man. Matter of fact, I was telling SB about it when I first smelled it. I was like, bro, this is really good. Yeah, he smelled it. He was like, "Yeah, it's good." I think people. So what it is that people get stuck in their ways about certain fragrances, and because Dior Homme 20, the previous one was such kind of a classic in the game, people are like, "Oh my god, I don't want anything to replace my dear Homme." Oh my god. People don't realize that thing was kind of maligned when it first dropped too, but now it's a love in the fragrance community, man. So I don't know. People just get like that. Mixed edition, what's going on, man? What is going on? Say checking in. I appreciate you checking in. Definitely appreciate you checking in, man. I am looking forward to what do you got most of the evening? Legend Night. Oh, that's a good one. So my scent of the evening, I finally was like, bro, I gotta wear it. I have to. It ain't even like a want anymore. It's a need. It's a requirement. Went ahead, jumped the shower. Went ahead, threw this on just to get it in the air, to really get it on my skin and kind of move around with this. Scent of the day, of course, is the Haroff Signature Seraphim Musk. So that is the scent of the day today, or scent of the night, I guess you could say, because it was kind of a later evening. But yeah, this is better than I initially graded it out to be. And I think what it is that once you kind of get into the nose journey a little bit and realize what it is, like I've said from the beginning with that fragrance that the magic was going to be in the dry down, and it definitely is. Let me see. Drew said all the hate on Dior is ridiculous, amazing. They just mad at the name. If it was called Dior Homme Elixir or something, they wouldn't be complaining. Yeah, if Dior Homme Parfum 2025 was named something else, no, and I said that a while back. If they was named something else, they wouldn't even care. They really wouldn't even care. It would be like, oh, this is really nice. This is but because it kind of took the name, which I have my own thoughts on that. I'm not the biggest fan of doing that. I don't like that. I kind of like if you're going to reformulate, I'd rather you go with a different name for the fragrance. Like Y is doing that right now with the Y Le Parfum, and they've gone to a new formulation. I'm a big fan of the original Y Le Parfum, so going to a new formulation for me kind of sucks. Even though it's not a big change, adding a little bit of the coniferousness in there from the pine and things like that, it just kind of it's a little different. I'm hearing Randy. I think he sent me a decant of it, and it's not that it's bad at all. It's not that it's bad. It's just not what I'm, used to with that Wild Parfum. I feel like you could just name it something else, Wild Parfum Fresh or something, and get the same effect. So I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of renaming scents anyway. So I think it would have been better if Dior, and I think they wouldn't have gotten so much heat. I don't think Kirk John would have got nearly as much heat if they would have just changed the name to like, Dior Homme Parfum, Fresh or something. I'm saying something weird like that. Let's see. I'm looking through the comments here. You said that's a big ass bottle. Yeah. It's the 4, man. I'm up to 4. I that's just me. I tend to go with the bigger bottles when I buy fragrances. I don't usually do the 1.7s as much anymore, depending on what it is. Let me see. Oh, y'all speaking to each other. Yeah, man. You say facts. It said just saw Rayham Crimson at TJ Maxx. Bro, Rayhan Crimson, and I think Randy just dropped a video on Rayhan Crimson the other day, man, because I sent him a decan of it when we did our live, and he was just kind of revisiting it on his video. And, he was talking about how good of an inspiration this fragrance is to the original that it's trying to go for, which is of course Crete and Taurus. Oh man, it is definitely that. It is in my initial review on this, I said that it is a little bit of it's not a 1-to-1 in the sense that it's as close as it could get to a 1-to-1 if they're using the same grade of chemicals, but I don't think that they are. Of course, not even a think. But the tobacco comes across a little bit moister, a little bit. Randy said moist. I just said it was wet tobacco. Comes across as a wet tobacco instead of that dry tobacco that you get in Centaurus at the top, and then it gets into like the later dry down a little quicker. So whereas you start getting a little bit more of the ambery and vanillic style aspects, the benzoin style aspects of Centaurus, like in that 5 to 6 hour. With this, we start getting it more into like that 2nd and 3rd hour. It starts to really peak in. You get a good bit of the amberness coming out in this one too, a little bit earlier than it is in it's a different style of amber as well in here than it is in Centaurus. Slightly different. It's still very close to that original, slightly different amber style, but you can't deny that in the air, this shit's just awesome. Like if they've got it in TJ Maxx, I that's a steal. Because they're probably gonna be letting it go at TJ Maxx for about $35. I'm hoping. I'm hoping ain't nobody paying more than $35 for this, to be honest. And that's only because that's what the going price is. I think it's you could if somebody was to sell this for $60, $70, it might be able to get away with it because it is just that good. I mean, it is that good. Centaurus is like $400 something right now. Man, something that has around the same longevity. And man, this was my hoodie scent this winter, man. This is one of those scents that you spray on when you're wearing your hoodie and it just lingers on that hoodie. You put it in the hamper to wash, but every time you walk in the room with that thing, it's just lingering. It's just kind of pushing out, man. It's one of those that your girl gonna want to hug and just inhale you with that. This is one, man. This is one. This is gonna be, matter of fact, I can't wait till the fall so I can break that one out again, man. Let's see. Beauty Assist said $30. Ooh, man, $30. $30, man, bro. That's a steal. That's really a steal. That really is, and I think that as a lot of more of these inspired by fragrances start like really getting out there in the market, and the prices are starting, and you can kind of see it. There's two senses. When they first drop the fragrance, the prices jack up. And then they just kind of bottom out, man, to where, like, for example, what's that Lattafa bourbon? Lattafa bourbon was going for like $45, $50 when it first dropped, man. I think you can get it now for 20, so and that one's another solid fragrance, man. Lattafa Assad bourbon, very, very solid fragrance, man. Yeah, that's right, Joel. Yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, man. Share the video too if you want to. Just throw a share. I'm gonna have a competition, man, for people who share this video. Not this video in particular, but start sharing the videos. I got this whole like giveaway that I got going on in my brain right now that I'm kind of getting set up. But yeah, this gonna be interesting because I didn't do a 1,000 video. I'm probably gonna do mine as a 1,500 when I do my giveaway. I already know what I'm giving away too. So, and y'all are gonna be like, "Damn, he giving away that?" Yeah, yeah. Mo said, "Got a sample of Seraphine Musk, pretty unique to me. It's like you took citrine with the light and scent smoke and a dummy down test." You know what's interesting? It's interesting you say that. I was not when I first smelled it, the citrus in there didn't really in musk, it didn't really hit me. Like I was getting, I think it was because my senses were getting kind of overloaded with the pink pepper a little bit when it first starts going to the onto your skin. But the more that I smell it from the intro of it, the more I kind of pick up a little bit of that citrus. And I can see what you're talking about as far as like the comparison to citrine, a little bit of that subdued style of citrus that you can kind of pick up underneath that's kind of bright, but not, if that makes sense. Oh man. And again, this is one that I know a lot of people, let's be real, guys. There were a lot of people when they got this fragrance that were like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Um, And I think it's because Seraphine Blue is kind of a more mass appealing style of blue. I mean, it's a unique blue, but it still can go a little bit more mass appealing. Seraphine Red, another one that's a little bit more mass appealing. This one is that, but it's not that as much as those two are. So I think that people, when they smell this is a more complex, a more intimate style of fragrance. This is one that is going to be more for the frag lovers. And the progression of this, like I say, the magic in this one's in the dry down, man. When it starts to really amp up that little black vanilla down there in the background of this thing, and you're starting to get that real like smoky nuance going on from that ebony wood, and oh, man, it's him. But I think that people, when they first smelled it, it became a little off-putting to them because they were expecting something that it's not. Let's see. Say, do you know a good alternative clone of LV Laments? I know you're talking about Lamencite. So, L'Infinite by Jock Eves is pretty good. My preferred, because you can go with Jean Lo Immortal or Immortel. Um, Interestingly enough, I have both. And they say that Immortal and Immortel are the same fragrance, they're just different bottles. The lies, okay? So, let me show y'all guys here. So, these are two bottles here, right? This is Jean Lo Immortel, the rebranding right there with the E. And this is the original Jean Lo Immortal with the A. This one has a little bit more of the influence of the ginger in here. And it definitely is influencing this one. This one has a slight bit more of the floral aspect in here. They both smell really good. They're both really close to each other. They've both maturated at least a year now. So I can't say, oh, well, it's a maturation thing at all. They just smell slightly different, but they're both really, really good. But this is the thing. It doesn't matter how good this one smells because you still can't get it. And I would say there are some people on eBay that are trying to tax for the ones that have the A on the Immortal instead of the E. It's not worth it. It ain't worth it. This is just a slight bit more floral. And dare I say, this one's actually a little bit closer to the actual Immensity than this one is, than the original Immortal is. So, like I said, not completely close, but yeah, this one I like. Don't get me wrong, I do like it. But man, there is something about the Luciano magnitude. Look at the dent. I ain't gotta say nothing. I ain't gotta say nothing. You can't even read the bottle because it's dented like that. Luciano magnitude. Okay. This is you're gonna find it probably around $30, or you can go to fragrancebuy.ca, get it for about $30. This is a great inspiration. Great inspiration of L'Immensité. I find that the florals are a little bit more robust than a lot of the other inspirations. I find that this was just a tad bit sweeter than the actual L'Immensité. But it's really, really good. Really, really good, man. So think about this one. Think about this one. And then L'Infinite by Jacques Yves. There's another one that I got that's coming in as well, though, from Enosh. So we're gonna see. Enosh is the guys who did the Turin, and I've smelled that one before, and I know it's really, really good. But I just want to put my nose on it again. But yeah, the only thing I think that was the issue with that one was the longevity. But from what I'm hearing now, that may have been more of a maturation thing. Let's see. It said, I saw you got some Leprosana. What do you like so far? I like JP02 and JP03. I ain't even smelled them yet. Like, here's the crazy part. So I've been working, and because I've been doing, like running, I hadn't had a chance to really sit down and smell them. The plan was that I was going to do them as part of a decant dive, the decant dive live. And as y'all know, I'm a little bit behind on my decant dives. But I figured that if I'm going to do a decant dive, I might as well highlight, somebody like, a house like La Persona. The two that are on my list right now for decant dives are La Persona, which I have that kit there, and Harlem Brands. I have a kit from Harlem Brands that's been sitting there waiting for me to go ahead and dive into them, man. So those are going to be the two priority ones right there. Are those two? And we're gonna see how that rocks. You say if you give away some of your manceras, I'm in. So it depends. One of them may be a mancera. You never know. One of them might be a mancera, man. I saw Ross got Fig Me Up in, man, and I've been singing the praises of Fig Me Up, man, for a while now. I love that fragrance. It's a beautiful rendition of a fig fragrance, but it's more than that. Mancera doesn't really get praised for the uniqueness of the way that they do their fragrances, because a lot of the fragrances they have kind of adopt other profiles that are out there in the market, right? But Fig Me Up is one of those that's really cool because it's using that dark paired with the fruity. There's a lot of oud and fruit stuff out there right now. Like, of course, God of Fire. One of my favorites, man, Trouble in Paradise by Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. And I am getting a bottle of Trouble in Paradise. That stuff is fantastic, man. But yeah, you've got a lot of those style of fragrances. But what they do is they take that darkness and then they, we have the fig and the fruitiness and all that kind of stuff. And that's great. And then as it goes into the farther dry down, all that stuff kind of slowly dissipates and you're kind of left with like a toffee and musky skin scent. Man, it's good. It is good, man. Let me see. We got to scroll back a little bit here. Let's see. What's good, Gator? Oh, JR, what's going on, man? Said of the day, Armand Jane Nawab Wood Intensivo. So, my eyes is doing the most. And then that light is in my eyes, too. Tracy Lynette, NBT, what's going on? What is happening, ma'am? Sit of the day, Anna Abadi, Coral, Lattafa. So that fragrance, NBT, is one that I am very interested in because that is a inspiration or inspired by Room 1015 Wave Child, which is one of my favorites. It's another one that's the full bottles coming on that one as well. There's a list like literally in August of the full bottle stuff because I got some stuff coming in August. So I'll get to go ahead and invest in those full bottles. Cosmola number 4 Neon, Room 1015 Wave Child, Tom Ford Eau d'Ambre Leather, and shoot, there's another one. And then I have a couple other ones that are coming in too. But Room 1015 Wave Child is amazing to me. That fragrance is that watermelon sweetness with coconut that gets kind of musky as it dries down. Gorgeous. I love it. When I heard about Etta Abidi Coral, I was like, oh, is this going to be it? From what I'm hearing, it's close. And then there are other people that were saying that it's really close to Coral Fantasy from Valentina, the Valentina Donna Morning Roma Coral Fantasy. So I I want to see. I want to try it and see which one is closest to. Let's see. Oh, I moved my chat up. It said, yeah, it's most. Oh, most said, yeah, it's mostly soapy, musky with that incense, not churchy, very masculine, definitely more gentlemanly, dressed up fragrance. Yeah, yeah, it is, man. And I think that's where a lot of people are kind of going off with it a little bit because they're not. They were thinking, like I said, it was going to be something that was going to be more mass appealing, more everyday wear type stuff, and it's not. It's not that. Let's see. Oh, Mo was asking, how's that coral? Only film. Lattafa makes some solid clones. Yeah, Lattafa makes some really solid clones, man. Here's the thing: Lattafa though has to watch their neck because with houses out there, man, Paris Corner, they've been trying to do their thing, and they Paris Corner for me is always hit or miss. They're either gonna be like, "Bam, that's a damn hit," or "Wow, what were they thinking, man?" French Avenue is really turned the Jets up. Like French Avenue is where it's at right now, and it's interesting because you got an Alexandria out there who Alexandria hurts themselves with their price point. Let's be real. If Alexandria fragrances for that 100 mil, if they were doing 100 mil for that 40 $50 range, they would have a bigger stake. They already got a pretty big stake, but they'd have an even bigger stake in the clone game. But I know a lot of people who won't even invest or look Alexandria's way, man, because their price points for those fragrances can sometimes be over $100. And yeah, that's cheaper than paying the $400 you're going to pay Creed or paying the $400 you're going to pay Louis Vuitton. But when you can get the same, just as high a quality oils in another inspiration fragrance that's like $30 $40 less for 100 mil, you're gonna go that way. And they'll have a more entertaining bottle usually too. So oh man, but yeah, I think French Avenue, man, is really taking up market share right now. Lattafa still is doing their thing, don't get me wrong, but I think French Avenue, man, if I had to give a clone house of the year at this point in time, it would definitely be French Avenue. It would definitely be them. Let's see. Ricky Garrett says if you could only choose one mancera fragrance for each season, what would be your 4 picks? Oh, that's tough. That is tough, man. That is super, super tough. Man, because I've had so much experience. I can only say, you know what? I can't even pick one. because there's a couple of them that are tried and true, and then there's some new ones that have stepped in that have really kind of taken their spot. For the winter, I gotta say my most complimented mancera fragrance of all time is a fragrance called well, until this last year, and that I'm gonna get into that in a sec. It's a fragrance called Precious Oud. Precious Oud from Mancera is tiramisu whiskey. It's got a soft Laotian oud in there, man. So it's some people say it leans slightly feminine. Not on my skin, not on a lot of people's skin. It's actually more like directly unisex. Beautiful fragrance in the air. It's just one of those, man. It's really one of those. Um, that one has been like the tried true. But Mancera Eternal Wood, that one there, man, let me tell you something. Mancera's Eternal Wood is taking that Oud for Greatness style, that Haltane style, and saying, you know what? Cool story, bro. Let's go ahead and keep this thing sweet in the dry down by adding toffee. Mancera's been playing with toffee a good little bit. I would say that Eternal Wood is, and I've said this before, if Azaro the Most Wanted had an elixir, that's what it would be. It would be Mancera's Eternal Wood. Spring, man, spring. I gotta go Amberful. You know, it's fairly new to the plot, but Amberful is such a nice spring fragrance, man. I wanted to throw a Ooh Lemon Mint right there as well, but man, it's Amberful is just it's the Amberful's more of an all season wear, but it's just something about the way that that thing floats in the air that's just fantastic, man. Fall fragrance, man. In all honesty, Kumquat Wood has been like my most complimented fall fragrance, for some years now. Kumquat Wood is basically grapefruit and vetiver, man, with some moss in the base. That just really is a earthy, but at the same time rich, but at the same time unique style of dry down, man. Nice, really, really nice, man. But then Fig Me Up, man. That's I think Fig Me Up is going to be my most complimented fall Mancera this year. I already know for a fact that it's probably going to be. So hopefully that helps a little bit, man. It's hard. That's a hard question for me to answer. Let's see. I'm trying to go ahead through here. Thanks for putting me on Mancera. I have about 7 now. Man, look, Mancera's a good man because the price point, the value to price point is such a great thing because they most of them perform really, really well. Okay. They have some unique profiles, some mass appealing profiles. You've got a whole lot of variation in what they provide, and they're never usually, I mean, for discounters, never usually above $100. And but you're getting 4 ounces for that, and I mean, you can't beat it, man. Let's see. Oh, Tracy, you were talking about that coral. Said Mo is really delicious and super juicy, not the longest lasting, but a perfect summer scent. I'd say definitely leans more feminine. That's what I hear. I hear that that one leans a lot more feminine, which is why I just kind of I didn't want to touch it as far as like a comparison to Room 1015 Wave Child. Um, Although some people say 1015 Wave Child is feminine. I get that a lot. Somebody say we in here. Who said we in here? Man, what's up? What's up? Look, I'm going through the Stack Boy 99. What's going on, man? That's that. If y'all don't know, that's my brother, for real brother. That's my for real brother right there. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. We grew up together, brother, right there. Shared the same bedroom together. So yeah, man. What's going on? That's Stack Boy Big Live, as they call it. Mo says Trouble in Paradise is my top 5. Such a good Say good fun night, summer, spring scent. Yeah, it is, man. Oh my gosh. Man, that stuff is good, man. What time is it? Said Tracy, how you doing? I gotta do it like Joey. How you doing? Let's see. Aether Atlantic is coming soon. It's supposed to be the same style. Aether Atlantic. I saw when Neeb dropped that thing. Aether Atlanta when he was, profile, because Neeb now he's right there with French Avenue, man. So a lot of their stuff is like, he gets the first peek at it. That bottle by itself, and I hope they keep the blue bottle. That bottle is awesome. And it looks like the Wave Child bottle. And that's why I'm like, I hope they keep that bottle. If it's as good as the Aether Greenlee inspiration, I got high hopes for that thing, man. Siage Saint in the building. Gator, what up? What's going on? The Siage Saint. Man, what is happening with you, bruh? I think I said Siage, man, that Fig Me Up. That is a good fragrance, guys. Fig Me Up is really, really good. Y'all say it, hate each other. Mr. Clark in the building. Mr. Clark 30, Gator Chat City today. BTSO, Mary Jane, born to stand out. Mary Jane. Good cannabis fragrance, man. Very good cannabis fragrance. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're talking about the Aether. NBT, the Anna Coral definitely smells a lot like Valentino Coral Fantasy. Yeah, I have Wave Child on my list. Yeah. So I'm willing to bet that it smells more like Coral Fantasy than it does Wave Child. I'm willing to bet that, but just the bottle design of it looks more akin to Coral Fantasy than it does Wave Child. But people say that it smells like Wave Child for some reason. Joel says, Tracy, Wave Child is definitely fire. Yes. Whoo, man, Wave Child is amazing. It's a, and I like where there's a guy, me, I don't care. I mean, feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter because I get compliments either way. My swag is always going to be my swag. So, I get compliments regardless. But certain fragrances, like a Wave Child, are more for me. Deva Matcha, I mean, I put that on. But the way that stuff travels in the air, man, you can't beat it. Fragrance World, French Avenue are probably overall consistently the best. Lattafa do the best twist. Yeah, they do. And Paris Corner, like you said, could be number one, and then they could be crap. It's so weird. It's so weird how they do that. Like, they'll drop something like a Rifakat. They'll drop something like what's that other one that was like banging? Matter of fact, hold on. A Coconut Lagoon. They'll drop something like that, and you'll be like, oh, snap. And then they'll drop this. And then you're like, by the way, guys, let me not crap over this fragrance, right? Because as y'all know, I have been I'm kind of going through some of these fragrances. I found out about Symphony because of this. Because I've got like a decant of Symphony to do a compare and contrast. And while this one doesn't really smell that much like Symphony, I fell in love with Symphony. So I am now on the hunt for different Symphony inspirations, but I am going to get a full bottle of Symphony. It is not a question. It is going to be my next Louis Vuitton fragrance. It's going to be Symphony. That stuff is amazing. But let me say, before I pick up the emerald here, this is not that bad. This I have found is a more ambery, more sweet version of that DNA, but it's the amber in here that is the real turn up. They turned up the amber in this, and what it does is it gives the bergamot almost like a candied style of vibe there. It's really good though. Don't get me wrong. The longevity is shit. No, let me not say longevity is shit. The projection is shit. The sillage is actually pretty decent. It's actually really, really good. Um, I feel like this fragrance is good for a guy, fantastic for a lady. You know, I still prefer this version of that DNA though. This is Game of Spades Emerald. That's it. And man, this stuff, when I smelled this in the air, I was like, oh, that's the winner. That's the winner right there. It is really, really good. It is really, really close, at least at the top of the fragrance. I just feel like Symphony has more punch. It has more oomph to it, man. It's got the cojones. So it's like, this is one of those where I gotta get the original, man. Let's see. Fragrance family, what's going on? What is happening? What is happening? I think I did see where the message came in. What's happening with you, man? You said uh Fragrance World is by far the best clone house. It is really doing its thing. They are doing their thing, man. So I said I'm about to wear Wave Child tomorrow or Sunday. I have a 5 milliliter decant, but I want a full bottle. May go with the Aether Atlantis when it drops. So I am a little bit torn on that one. And let me tell you why. It took for my Aether to really get into its bag. It had to mature for about 2 months. Like now it's a little bit better, but because I smell greenly first, I was still more on the lines of this being like it's okay. It is actually better than okay. It's actually pretty decent. My fear with Aether Atlantic is that it's going to be a little bit more um, light in the ass, and that for me is a real thing. That thing is a real fear for me for that one. Now, if they decide to incorporate, but I would love if they incorporate. If cedar is not in the original DNA of Wave Child, I would love if they did like Aether and amped up like a cedar note. Like I think Room 15 Wave Child would be awesome with like a hint of a woody note, like a real woody note in there. I mean, but I'm thinking from the masculine sense of it. Let's see. Lenny, what's happening? Lenny said, I finally smelled Club de Nuit. It was actually pretty good. Which one did you smell? Which one did you smell, man? There's Club de Nuit is just like is an army. Better yet, a navy. Bruh. They got so much stuff out there. All right, I'm catching up to the chat right now, man. I'm almost in there. It smelled exactly like Aventure. Yeah, I prefer Mont Blanc Explorer. Anyone smell the new Mont Blanc Explorer? I got a decant of that one coming. Oh, y'all speaking to each other. Driz, what up? What up? See y'all say what up? What up? I'm just reading all the stuff like, you know. Let's see. Ricky Garrett says, "What's another compared fragrance house to Mancera price point that you would recommend?" Let's see. You can always go Montal. Montal is the sister company, of course, to Mancera. I am one of those people who feel like Mancera fragrances are a little bit better than the Well, no, let me take that back. They're not better than the Montal fragrances. It's just that they've got a little bit more mass appealing DNAs than the Montal. But the Montals have some really, really good ones. Herbal Aquatica, Arabian's Tonka, Fougieres Marine is another one that I love. The Infinity, I believe, is the another cherry one. I've heard Kara and Ross talk about that one. That may be one I get on my radar soon. Um, Chocolate Greedy was one of my first encounters with the true, like, oh, this is a gourmand to be a gourmand type fragrance. So yeah, man, I am they're a good one. Um let's see who else is a good niche at that price point. Joel, help me out because I know you know a few of them that are niche at that price point. I like Aiden Bob. Of course, I'm looking at Aiden Bob bottle right now. I like the Aiden Bob's. Aiden Bob's good. Capade Herbs, I believe it's pronounced. That was coming soon. Gotta get that. Gotta get that. What else as far as niche goes that would be really good? Some of the Frank Blaclettes are really good. The Molinards are decent, man. The Basilic, the Molinard, the Basilic, beautiful summer fragrance. Got that tea infused in there. Nice, man. That thing is lovely. So those are a couple of them. Let me see. See, I say says, yeah, that fig me up nice, bro. It's nice. Lou Dissel, what up, fam? What's going on, man? What is happening? Who that? Who that? It said good pineapple and good watermelon cologne. The ones we just talked about. Wave Child is amazing when you're talking about like the watermelon aspect of it. Watermelon Shine, that copper still one, is actually good too. Randy, let me put my nose on that one. Randy also put my nose on Outer Banks, which is from Coastal Carolina Parfums. That's actually a good niche house. They're not quite Mancera prices, but they've got some good stuff for what they have, man. One of my favorites that they have is Surf City, man, which is kind of like a fresher version of a Dior Sauvage type fragrance. But to me, it's called Surf City, but it's more of an office fragrance. But Outer Banks is your watermelon, beautifully like woody, aromatic. It's really nice. What's the other one? It's the I think it's a Paris Corner Boutique, Batik. It's a watermelon fragrance that's really, really nice. As far as your pineapples, let's be honest. Anytime somebody mentions pineapple, the first thing people think is Aventus. So, yeah, I would say even stay away from the pineapple stuff, Or hey, if people go crap all over it, but two fragrances that are really nice as far as pineapple goes, Caid El Farsan and new and improved Caid El Farsan, which is 9 p.m. Rebel. About to knock some stuff over. I'm stepping on a wire here. But yeah, I gotta reach over. But so I got a little craziness going on right here because I got like my wires are sitting over here. Why are my wires down on the floor like that? Oh, I see what happened. Never mind. I was moving a lamp a little while ago, and I guess it got kind of caught up in the wires. But this guy, 9 p.m. Rebel. This is better than people talk about. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. It had a lot of hype on it when it first dropped, and then it just fell completely off the cliff as far as the hype goes. But in all actuality, it's a pretty solid pineapple style, vintage style fragrance. But it does have a little bit more freshness as it kind of goes into the dry down. It's fresh, but also has kind of a caramel nature to it, which is interesting. This is another one that I'm going to be revisited a good bit in the fall. Like I was like, oh, this is pretty good, but it wasn't completely blown away by it when I first got it. But as I've worn it like on like cool days just to kind of get it back into the mindset, it's actually really not bad. And for the price point, $20, can't beat it. That's when we talking pineapple. Let's see. Paris Corner hits and misses are like Dua. Yeah, a lot like Dua. Like some be good, some be trash truck juice. He say trash truck juice. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But see, the thing that, and I know some people don't like Dua. Some people say that Dua has kind of a what they call a Dua funk to their stuff. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a big fan of Dua, man. Not a big fan of Dua. Let's see. Yep, see, I said Lenny 1777 Wave Child is such a great watermelon scent. It is, man. It is. City Paradise, what's going on, man? What is happening? What is happening? Let's see. You say you're right-handed green. You're right. I hated Greenlee dude once I smelled the original. Yeah, man. And I had smelled the original Greenlee beforehand. So it definitely kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Um, it's not bad though. It's really not bad. I like it. I don't get me wrong, I like it, but I feel like it took too long to mature. And it's not quite what Greenlee was. Um, that being said, I mean, you can't beat it by price point. Like the longevity is the other thing with that one. The longevity actually is better than I thought it was. Now I got more. This is the one thing I will say about Aether. Once it got out of that maturation stage, I was getting a sillage on that longer than I was getting sillage on Greenlee. The projection on Greenlee was a lot longer, but you know, both of them kind of got soft projection anyway. But the sillage on Aether lasted a little bit longer than it did on Greenlee, but Greenlee still kind of stayed on skin a little bit longer, if that makes sense. Let's say City Paradise said first Montal I ever got was Tropical Woods. Tropical Woods is good too. That's a when I was talking about fruitiness with dark wood earlier. Montal Tropical Wood is a perfect example of that. Because Tropical Wood is wow, what fruit are they using on that one? Is it mango on that one too? I want to say it's mango. Let's see. CRC said, I think Molinard is affordable niche, Joel. I just ordered gingerbread. Gingerbread. So I'm glad you mentioned that, CR, because um gingerbread. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing people talk about it. Now I gotta get it. Now I gotta get it. Let's see. Yep, Molinard Fig is special. Yeah, Fig is special. It's a special scent, man. Molinard Fig, Molinard the Basilic. Those two by themselves, Ricky. Those two, bomb. Those are bomb. Those are bomb fragrances. Fig is one of those that for a long time when people thought about fig, affordable fig fragrances, they thought about that one. Sid Paradise said Copper Still has the best watermelon shine. Yeah, that's the one. It's called Watermelon Shine from Copper Still, man. I still have to get a bottle of that. I got to put my nose on it not too long ago, and man, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. I love fragrances that have like a little bit of a boozy edge to them, you know? And that is such a fragrance. Mo was asking about tropical woods there, the city of paradise. Mo said Molinard is great, but Silic is like a less citrusy, more earthy Torino 21. That's a good way of describing it. And Fig is my fave from them. Juicy citrus and fig with some green and creamy aspects. Yeah. Yeah. And that's a good way to describe the basilic. Very good way to describe the basilic. Where is the basilic? That is one I have. Don't make me go on a search. It's boxed. It's probably boxed. No, don't make me go on the search. I got to do something with this room, by the way, guys, because my collection is beginning to outgrow my setup. So I've got like two more adjustments that I'm gonna make here, and once I do that, that's all I can put up here. So I do have the closet there is going to be for like I have a maturation drawer currently, but the closet is going to have like a maturation area in there, and then it's going to have like a it's not going to be a cooler, but it's going to be one of um those wine sets where you'll put wine in there and it just kind of like sits at like a slightly colder than room temperature on there. That's basically what's going to be in there in the closet, and that's what it's going to be storing bottles. Like everything that's going to be in like I'm not really getting a lot of, well, not getting a whole lot of use of up there is going in there. Let's see. See, the Paradise said, Mo, it's not bad if you enjoy passion fruit. That's what it is, passion fruit. I was like, is it mango? It's passion fruit in that one. And oud. It's been a while since my nose been on it. Wore it back in April. Yeah, I knew it was one. I couldn't think of what it was. It's passion fruit. Let's see. The oud and bar is not barnyard, but it's sweetened up from the other fruits. Yeah, the thing I like about it is that it is not a like really stank animalic style of oud. It's really nice. It's actually I've used the word crisp before when I'm talking about ouds, and that's a weird word to use, but it's more a biting wood than it is an oud, if that makes sense. It's more like like a strong strength, like a, I don't even want to say astringent because astringent can mean a whole bunch of things. It's kind of like a biting style of wood to go on there. Let's say you say sample it, yeah. Molinard, um, or is it MFK Gentle Fluidity Silver? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I have yet to smell that one, but I keep hearing that. That's the one I need to get because I like Gentle Fluidity Silver, and I just never want to come out of the pocket for it. Although I'm probably going to end up having to do it. JR said Gallagher Fragrances is an affordable niche house. They just dropped Crimson Veil, which is a true banger. Man, okay. Let's put that on the radar here. Gallagher Fragrances. I'm going to have to check into them. Definitely going to have to check into them. Gallagher Fragrances. Gallagher Fragrances. There we go. My voice recorder. Let's see. City Pride, I said the only downside with the Montal bottles, they dent very easily. Mine has a dent. Luckily it didn't crack open. Yeah. I mean, because they're just literally just aluminum. Like, and don't get me wrong, I like the bottle style. I actually like the bottle style. And they feel light. Like when I first got this one, no, when I first got Chocolate Greedy, I was like, wait a minute. This feel light as hell. Ain't nothing in here. But it actually is something in here. It's just that they're light. They're just the bottles are really, really light. But the fragrances themselves are really nice. This is Herbal Aquatica, by the way. And every time I get around it, I gotta smell it. Man, that mint really sets it off. When I think Ross described it as a minty herbal pura. That's not a bad description. That's a really good description of what you're getting in here. The other one that I gotta get, man, and I've smelled it and I really like it, is blue matcha. I gotta get blue matcha. Um, oh, that filled up the air just now. That's the other thing about those Montals and those Manceras. They perform. They perform. This just that little squirt that I had in the air just now. Man, that's good. Man, it's like filling the air up with this minty but slightly fruity, kind of like an aquatic vibe going on here. Oh man, that's good. I got good stuff going all around me here. Oh, speaking of good stuff, let me tell y'all something. This is not good stuff. This is not my usual tequila. I'm actually using a different style of Blanco tequila in here. And, I put my bitters and all that kind of stuff, but it's a different style. And you notice I haven't really been holding my holding my glass very much. It's all right. It's a little too sweet for me. It's not bad. But it's not good. I mean, let me put it like this. It's not bad. It could be a lot better. It could definitely be a lot better. Let me see. Say it got a nice passion fruit. He said scented is sort of like oud maracuja. Oh man, I think it's actually a little bit. It's not as rich of a oud as oud maracuja. Sid Paradise said I ordered a 10 mil of watermelon shine. Yes, do that. Mo says kind of along the lines of it though. I have oud maracuja on the way and a bunch of stuff like 10 different things. I only smelled oud maracuja once, but can't wait till it comes in. Is I had a phenomenal live yesterday. Well, that's actually awesome though, Sid. Sid, Bubba, what's going on, man? I saw you call me earlier. I was like, because I ended up going, I was driving when you had called, and I had some stuff going on. So I was like, man, let me get to the house. We'll go ahead and take a shower and everything, so I can jump on live. And I'll give SB a call when I get out of the shower. Man, all kind of crazy stuff started going on then, man. So I got to hit you up though. I definitely got to hit you up because we got to jump on a live together. Probably coming up this week. Maybe because I know we wanted to do it this week, but I be having all kind of crazy shit going on. So probably Monday is probably gonna be good for me. We gonna have to do a live together, man. Definitely. And then I got to get those samples out to you too, because I literally have like them sitting on I got yours and I think I have Tracy's. Yep, over there. And y'all, I'm not even gonna show y'all the desk right now. So I did the last review partly just from the wall because it was something different. Yeah. And then partly because my desk is a freaking train wreck right now. It's got it is a train wreck. So I got to get that thing cleaned off and get it ready for review worthy, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna hit you up definitely, man. City Bread I said I just grabbed my tropical woods. There's rose in it too, but not strong. Just like it's hanging in the background. A lot of the Montals have rose. Actually, a lot of the Manceras have rose. They use a lot of. I wish my guy was here to explain which rose it was, but I believe it is a but damask that they use in there. Let's see. City that I have Maracuja on the way. SB. Let's see. I'm trying to go through this. What you call it? Sibbo said, "How much money you want for a 10 milliliter of Vetiver?" Okay, strange question, but that actually is an interesting question. So I wouldn't charge anything for a 2 mil of Vetiveria, but that's because I wouldn't give it up. No, but seriously though, I am thinking about getting a whole bottle, man. I'm gonna be sending out some stuff. I may throw that into the what you call it, I'm sending you, man, the Vetiveria. The drop 2 mil of that in there, man. Cause it's actually, like I said, smell it through the bag, baby. Smell it through the bag. It's not bad. It is not bad at all. Let's see. I'm going through the what you call it. Tropical woods fills the room up for sure. You can smell it 7 feet away. That's what a lot of Montals though. That is. So what you want, bro? You can have anything from my collection. I need 3 squirts. That's all. Any roller you want. Hey, look, that one. You wouldn't even have to do that, man. Like I said, I'll throw it in the bag because like I said, I got to get that one out this week. So probably get that like that one, and then like I say, Tracy's is over there. So I got to get y'all out this week, man. So don't worry about it. I got you. I got you on that, man. Don't even worry about it. Because in all honesty, I think you're gonna really like it, but you're also gonna say, you know what, this is good, but I bet you the roach is better. Now, I have not put it on skin yet. That's the caveat. I ain't put it on skin, but just me smelling it in the air, it's fantastic. But I think that the roses are good. I think the roses are better. He said, "Hey, bro, I'm sitting on heat right now. You better grab something. This your Cielo, Roja Creed, Chanel exclusive. I'm Watch Frederick Mall. Speaking of Frederick Mall, that's gonna be my next Promise. Is good. Portrait of a Lady is good. That's probably gonna be the one. Portrait of a Lady. But yeah, man, I know you are, man. I know you sitting on heat though. I know you is. Trust me. Let's see. What's your spray routine, Novice? Do you spray on your clothes? It depends. It depends, man. Like depending on what fragrance it is, because different fragrances have different like projection, different sillage. And with stronger projectors, I usually don't spray on clothes. Um, I usually hit my neck before I even throw my shirt on. I'll hit the neck, once or twice on each side, like back here, like right in this little angle right here. I don't like going anywhere like up in this area. It's right here. And what that is, that's just kind of to save my nose, man. So when I turn this way or that way, I can get little pops when I'm moving around, but it's not so close to my nose to where I get anosmic to it. And I'm like, oh, this ain't really performing. Nah, it's performing. Um, I like to catch those little whiffs of myself going throughout the day. And then I'll catch one here, one here. Sometimes I will hit the forearm. Depends on what I'm wearing. Usually with the fresher, lighter scents, I'll hit the forearms too. So I'll hit right here, 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 and then that's really it. Sometimes I will, depending on what fragrance it is. If it's a little lighter, I will hit the clavicle again right in this area for on the shirt. I very rarely put anything in this area of my body. And that's because, I'm trying to make sure, number one, I don't stain my clothes, but also number two, so I don't abuse my nose too, man, because sometimes you'll be and abuse your nose with a fragrance, man, and not even realize you're abusing your nose like that. Tibbo said, I'll send you POA. Yeah. Oh, okay. That sounds good. That sounds good. I'm down for that. I am down for that. Lenny says, got clubs in the we intense and press show. Good choice. Press show. I like press show. I like press show. Hey, unpopular opinion. I like press show more than Supremacy Collector's Edition. Don't come for me, bro. Don't come for me. I do, man. There's something about press show that I like, man, a little bit more. I don't, but I think it's really because I don't know. I don't know. But there's something about press show I like more. I don't even know why. NBT said, I'm waiting on my decaf bottles to come in, NBT, to send out some goodies to you. Man, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Like one of the things that did I send you Quima? I think I sent you Quima. I'm not exactly sure. I know when I sent you some of the stuff the last time, I thought I put Quima in there as well. Quima is I want to say it's a bourbon, no, it's a Carolina Herrera Good Girl inspiration. Um, but I wear it as well. Like that fragrance is something about it when it pops off your skin. Whoo! It's nice. It said, I'm coming, said I was good as to you. Da, 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 da. Let me say, yeah, I don't spray my neck anymore. I'm scared to spray my face or eyes. Yeah, man. That's the other reason I spray back here. Because some people will spray right here, and I've seen people catch their face, their cheek, their eyes. So it's usually right here. Literally right here. On those shoulders. Back there. He said, bro, I just got the listen to me flanker in. The Ma Force, yeah, man. So I like the original more, But I think that that's another one that's slept on. Like, I think it's because of my force. It's my, what is it? Because I've smelled it. I smelled it before. Um, Matter of fact, I think I had 2 mil of it, 2 or 3 mil of it, and I don't know what I stayed with the when I first got into me when I was going to re up because I went through a whole bottle of Lince me like quick. And then when I re up, they had my force out. That was a different version of it, and I was like, me being that guy, like, oh, let me see if I get another one. You know what I'm saying? And then or see if the new one's banging. And I still like the old one better, but I think the new one, if I'm not mistaken, was a little bit fresher though. Yeah, let's see. Say all I need is indigo now, and I had the complete house set for men. Yeah, man. Let me see. Where I saw indigo recently somewhere. I saw it recently. Because it's not everywhere. Not everybody has indigo, but I know I saw it recently. I'm just trying to think of where I saw it. Because I remember seeing it being like, oh, that's interesting that they have that. I mean, it's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. What time says my girl just got me some Polo Deep Blue Parfum compliment magnet? It is. The dent does not lie. The dent does not lie on that fragrance. If y'all have never put y'all nose on Polo Blue Deep Parfum, if you don't focus. Oh, I think my handsome face is still in the screen, so it's not gonna focus. Is that why? Oh no, that's not why. There it is. Man, this is aquatic. It's salty as shit. It is aquatic. It's got that mango fruity sweetness that's not like sweet. If that makes sense, it's more fruity but not sweet. Man, and then it goes into that dry down. Just this stuff's good, man. This stuff is good. I love Polo Deep Blue Parfum. Love it. Tell your girl is she got it. She did the right thing on that one. You say, damn, now, yeah. You say, Club de Nuit Intense has no pineapple. I don't know if it has. I don't think. Does Club de Nuit Intense not have pineapple? Club de Nuit Intense, man, I know does. Because it's definitely a Ventus vibe to that one. But you know what? No, the original Club de Nuit has like a more of a lemon style of vibe to it. I think it does have pineapple, but it doesn't. It's not pronounced. You get more of the lemon. That was the one that when I first smelled it, it was lemon pledge to me. It was literally lemon pledge. I was like, what the hell is happening here? Like for real. Let me see here. Polo Deep Blue Parfum is solid. I got that one. Sadly, it's discontinued. Yeah, I know. And that's sad, bro, because I got enough left in there to where it'll last me for a little while. But that's one that if I find a backup bottle at a good price, I'm probably gonna get it because it's such a interestingly underhyped fragrance. Like, how some fragrances you see it, you're like, oh, I bet everybody's trying to jump on that bandwagon. But that one is one that is so good, but nobody talks about it. And that's so weird to me. KM, what's going on? You said, oh my fucking God, I'm here again. Yay. Well, thank you for stopping by. We definitely appreciate you. coming by, man. We definitely do. Let's see. Lily said, and cologne with sweet pineapple cologne scent. Any cologne with sweet pineapple? Kai. Like when you talk about pineapples, that's the one. Like it's really just pineapple. Like and you know what's interesting about that fragrance? As much as it gets crapped on right now in the community because Caid El Farsan, Caid El Farsan. Caid El Farsan still gets compliments. Like Caid El Farsan has been out for how many years right now? I wore it to work this past year, and this girl was so in love with it that she immediately bought it for like she passed by me 3 times that day, and the third time she said, "Nah, I got to get that for my boyfriend. What is it?" And she literally bought the bottle. I took her to Joma Shop. She got the bottle, had the bottle that day, and then she started wearing it. So she was like, "Man, we fight over this bottle all the time. Both of us just love it." You can't really ask for more out of $20, and that's all you really paying for Caído for something. It's like $20. Like, so let's see. City Paradise, I got my nose on Club Nuit Intense, man. X-Straight the perfume during my live. Love the opening. It's strong, but settles down and is nice. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm hearing, man. That it's strong, but it settles down a little bit. Lenny said, what Club de Nuit? Said Lenny, Club de Nuit Intense has pineapple, bro. Smells more real, not the synthetic smell. Yeah, that's true. That's what I was like. I know Intense has it, but I got more lemon out of that one. If I'm thinking about the right one, which was like the first one, actually. Now, the X-Ray's a different monster. X-Ray's a completely different monster. It says, see, Club de Nuit Intense X-Ray version is my favorite one so far. It's a good one. It is good. Say people slept on that Polo Deep Blue. I wore it for a week. Never did that before. It's one of those, bro. It's one of those. And this is the problem with the way we do things now when it comes to fragrance. Sometimes we'll sit there and we will have recency bias is a real thing. It is a real thing. So if we catch a fragrance, man, and it's nice, if there's something else that's like the big thing in the community, we don't know how to juggle two big things at once. Pause. We literally are going to gravitate to either one or the other. Perfect example of that recently, Tarafi Electric and Afnan Rare Reef. Both of those are great releases from Afnan, right? We only talk about one. Like Rare Reef is really taking over the conversation. And there's a few people who've mentioned Tarafi Electric and it's such a good, blue talisman, da 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 da. If Afnan would have released them separately, I think Tarafi Electric would have had a lot bigger buzz. But we can't do that. We can only focus on this is the thing right now. That's what happened with Polo Blue Deep Parfum. When it got released, I think that there was another flanker that released like right before that. And then like I think right after that was Polo the Blue Parfum, the actual Blue Parfum. And I think that's where we stopped thinking about it. And plus it's like Polo, designer, whatever. So people weren't even thinking about it like that. Right? But it's really good. Like it's really good. I love it. Like I said, if I could find a good backup bottle for it, it's getting got. Let's see. You say that Fursan is a gem. It is, man. He said, "Yeah, I got more lemon more as well." Yeah, I got lemon more as well. Yeah, I did. I definitely did. He said, "Good point, novice." Yeah, I mean it's true. It's definitely true. It is definitely true. That's why, like. recency, like I say, recency bias is a thing. That's why I try to spend as much time as I possibly can with these things, and it's because, in all actuality, I want to make sure that I am, not letting that recency bias color my opinion on certain fragrances, because it can, it definitely can. See, the price I said that happens a lot. People slept on Polo Deep Blue. You can still get it. It's floating around. I think Forever Lux has it in Fragrance Net. Yeah. You say, Stack Boy, what's in your glass? Bro, some bullshit. Hey, so that's my brother, so I can talk to him like that. So, I usually do. Okay, y'all gotta excuse me, brother, because I'm about to go into my Baton Rouge accent right quick. So more, if y'all not from Baton Rouge, y'all might not, what I'm saying, get what I'm about to say. So man, went to the store, bro, and I literally was like, okay, man, let me go ahead and get that crystal, because I've been on that crystal, right? So, I get in that bit, and I'm like, okay, let me get that crystal. They like, hey, we ain't got it. I'm like, damn, why you mean I ain't got it? Like, I seen the old display over there, but the old display, it got everything. It got the reposado, it got all the nails, and didn't have that. So I'm like, bro, what the deal is? So you're like, bro, but you can go ahead and get that yank. I'm like, man, I don't want the yank. I want that. So it's like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and get a yank. You know what I'm saying? Because it's cheap. And then, at the same downtown, hey, it's why they kind of go with the color scheme. So I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? Shoo, shoo, woo, woo, get it all. Pull that thing up, bro. That shit like straight up sugar cane. And I was like, man, what the hell? But at the same time, that shit drink. So, yeah, what it is. You know what I'm saying? All right, now I'll go back to my regular schedule program. that was literally me and my brother just talking. Let's see. Lenny said, "Oh, this Dior Eau Sauvage EDT smelled a lot like lemon pledge to me. Nasty, yeah, yeah." So interestingly enough, you're not the only person that said that. The EDT for me does. It's an aromatic fougere. People don't realize that the Dior Sauvage is a fougere. It's an aromatic fougere, but it is very much a little bit too rindy heavy on the citruses in that one. What time says I'm from Baton Rouge also, bro? Who that? What's going on, bro? If you from Baton Rouge, you know us. You know us. KM, the $1.99 super chat, man. I appreciate that. You say you are awesome. Thank you. You are awesome too for joining in. All of y'all are awesome, actually, for joining in here, man. Tina Paradise said, Louisiana, nice. That's where my friend Jerry and Clayton from, owner of Naive Perfumes. Hey, he needs to holler at us, man. Those Louisiana folks. Because Sin Rush, Joey and them, they're down there in Louisiana, man. So I've been like, look, hey, we always try to look out for each other. You saw I tried to give him a plug earlier on the stuff here. Yo, 2K, what's going on? Just said that mango note and deep blue parfum is fire. It really is. It really, really is. It definitely is. Ricky Garrett say, what the hell did you say? Man, that was light. That was light. Like I'll get on there with my brother a lot of times and we start going into wire talk. And it don't even really be something that we just like it we know when to kick it off. And there are people that'll sit there and be like, what the hell are y'all saying? Like they literally just look confused. And it's like, nah, we just conversate. No. You say Dior Sauvage and Dior Eau Sauvage are two different things. Yeah, I mean they are. They are. You're talking about Dior Sauvage, Dior Eau Sauvage. Did you say Dior Eau Sauvage and I missed it? I might have missed it. I might have missed what you said. Let's see. Dior Sauvage smells like linen. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It does. It does. Although, yeah, yeah, I can say that. It does. I like the EDP a lot. Let's see. Yo. Sid Paradise said he's busy working a lot. He works on an oil rig, but I'll let him know he's usually jumps on my lives and chills when he has time. Hey, look, oil rig work is like real work, man. I know a few folks that's their thing, man. The good money in it, but man, it's a trip. What time says my channel's small, bro, but I always learn something new from you, bro. Your live stream is always educational. I try, man. I try. Sometimes I'm educational, sometimes I'm just, what I'm saying, bullshit. But at the same time, I try to teach the truth to the young black youth, as they say in the song. Let's see. And every channel starts out small, man. Every channel starts off small. Bowtie and them started off small. You know what I'm saying? Ross was showing off some of his stats the other day, man. And it's like, dang, that's amazing. But think of the fact that there was a time where Ross only had like 150 subscribers, and now he's got 150,000 subscribers. So, it comes. It'll eventually come. And you put in the work, and the Lord say the same. That's what it is. KM says best perfume to wear to a dreaded family reunion, toxic family. So if you want to wear something to the family reunion and you don't like them people, wear Lattafa Atlas. And make sure it's in like a closed in area so that they can't run away from it. And then it's gonna be like, dang. So let me see if I still have the decat of this. Like I'm being like tongue in cheek in a way, but at the same time, I'm kind of not. Where is that Secret Woods? So, Merchant of Venice makes a perfume called Secret Woods. It smells like you're in mourning. Like it's cashmere wood. It's moss. It got this weird ozonic, but at the same time earthy vibe to it. It smells like funeral wear. So if you wanted to wear that and be like, I'm in mourning, that would be the one to put you. It will put everybody around you in mourning as well. The one that I would say, though, in all seriousness, that is something that would be kind of light, but not too light. It'll make you feel good while you're dealing with that toxicity. Is a fragrance called, it used to be La Nuit Ultime, but you can find it now as Rosasi's It's Essential. And that is a beautiful geranium rose, lavender. This is a beautiful aromatic. It's subtle, but at the same time, it just smells good. And it gives you your own little personal bubble of smell good to where, you can feel good about things that are going on, even though it's going to shit all around you. Beautiful fragrance. I like it a lot. As a matter of fact, this might be my senator. Well, I got testing to do tomorrow, so I can't really do it. But this is it right here. Rosasi's It's Essential. Oh, man. Every time you smell this, it's something about it that when you smell it, it's comfy, but at the same time, it's energizing. Right? Man, it's good. It's again, it's fairly inexpensive too. Rosasi, It's Essential. Like I say, it's inspired by L'Homme Ultime, but I've smelled Ultime now, and there are definitely differences in them. I almost like this one better than the OG that is cloning, but don't tell nobody that. Don't tell nobody that. All right, I'm gonna catch a few more questions before I bounce out of here, man. Let's see. Try to go back through here. Liquid Imagineers, Butte Diable, or Tiziano Terenzi, Ladiano Nero. Don't give her Ladiano Nero, man. No. No, that's worse than damn Secret Woods. No, actually, no. Secret Woods is worse. If you've ever put your nose on Merchant of Venice Secret Woods, you'll be like, nah, that's pretty bad. That sound like that shit that they played on that they would wear on Agatha all along. Like that's what it smelled like. It smelled like something Agatha or the teen would wear. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that type of vibe. Yo said kind of shame they changed the bottle style of deep blue. Yeah, yeah. I like that style, but I did hear that they've changed it to a different cap style. They say I added another one to my list from Tiziano Terenzi, Draco. Yeah, I heard Draco's nice. TT Fragrances, yo, what's up? Haven't been on here in a minute, just trying to grow on TikTok. Just hit 217 followers. Congratulations, man. I need to get on TikTok. Somebody was telling me, bro, you need to get on TikTok. And I was doing like, random videos that I would do, especially when I was doing Senator Days on TikTok, man. But I really need to jump back on TikTok and start doing stuff, man. Because I be seeing the bullshit of all bullshits on TikTok. Like you'll have folks on there that like, I'll talk about people that be shilling on YouTube. It is basically a shilling market on TikTok. Like it's disastrous over there. And it'd be people that be like literally just doing the most. Like they got this one girl on there. She don't even like say anything on her videos. She just looks at a fragrance bottle and she smells the box and is like, ooh. First of all, the box is wrapped. And if you can smell the fragrance through the wrapped box, then your bottle is broken, ma'am. And you really need to go ahead and get a return done on that one. But every fragrance that she smells is just like, oh my god, she just like passes out. Like one time she did what was it? Lattafa Atlas. No, well, she actually probably did pass out when she smelled Lattafa Atlas. Because it'll do that to you if you inhale directly. But she was smelling something. I can't remember what it was smelling, but it was some old like some old bullshit, as I like to say. And she just like, oh my god, this is so amazing. Oh, and it's like, really, what are we doing here? Like, and some of the stuff that some of the folks on TikTok be saying about fragrances, like, it's like y'all really on some bullshit. Like, there's this one guy. He was like, man, I'm telling you, you got to get this. It was. I was just talking about Qaid El Fasad. He was talking about Qaid El Fasad, and he had this whole story that he told about when he took a trip to Dubai. And he's like, man, I took this trip to Dubai, man. And, everybody over there like to smell good, man. And ran into this guy, the bartender at this bar. He just smelled so good, man. And so before I left, man, I had to tell him to the side and I had to ask him, man, what is it you wearing? He was like, is it like a Creed? Is it that? And they part to the pulpit side like, no, man, it's Lattafa. And he like, man, it's Lattafa. Like, yeah, Lattafa, man. Like, what is Lattafa? He like, man, I'm gonna put you on game. So I got this stuff, man. This is that Dubai shit. You know what I'm saying? This is that bottle right here. He holds a bottle of Qaid El Fasad and how it's the best day smelling. Ain't nobody gonna smell like you. Ain't nobody gonna da 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 da. And yes, the fragrance community is small. But goddamn, bro, you pulled up a bottle of Qaid El Fasad that's been out for like 4 or 5 years, and you acted like it's something like brand new that you just got from this dude in Dubai. Hey, if that is a true story, which is not, but if that was a true story, you've been had, you've been hoodwinked, you've been bamboozled. Goddamn, bro. Like, but they be really shilling for real on there. Like they be overly shilling on TikTok. And so to keep the peace in my brain, I had to stay away from getting on TikTok because I found myself getting angry at some folks, bro. Like they was like, man, this fragrance right here, man, has all of the it's a completely unique fragrance, man. Nothing in the world smells like this, man. This is that, and they talking about clubbed in a week. Huh? So yeah, but I got to get on TikTok too, man. I really do. Let's see, but congratulations on 217, man. What time says Toxic Family? Good one. All right, let's see. I know y'all been moving. Oh, wait. Gotta go back through here. Randy Keeler, what up, cuzzo? Man, what's happening, man? What is happening? That family now. I got my family jumping in. Randy Keeler, Taji, what happened with you, boy? What is happening, man? City Paradise said, I finally hit 229 subs pretty quickly. Anyways, what did you think of Seraphine Musk? I also finally have Hawaii Ice and love that one. Hawaii Ice is great. I actually like Hawaii Ice. The Seraphine Musk. So I keep telling people the magic of this fragrance is in the dry down. It really is. So, like, the big thing, and by the way, did y'all see what I just did? Did y'all see the smoothness that I just did? There wasn't no, like, I've been seeing people do that shit. You know, if you want to spread it to your other arm or you just want to do that, just you saw I spread it and I did it like this. Just a little dab to the other arm. There you go. Beautifully done, man. I learned that from the Bowtie Fragrance guy. So got to give a shout out to Darius for that one. But yeah, I like Seraphine Musk. I think Seraphine Musk is, like I said, the magic of that fragrance is in the dry down. In the fall, that thing is going to be a monster. Right now, it's too goddamn hot for it, and you're going to make somebody pass out. That being said, the projection on this fragrance is not super strong. Like, it gives you a nice solid little scent bubble, but you're not like overly projecting across rooms with this fragrance. There is something like deep and mysterious with this fragrance, but you get into that like hour to hour and a half mark where you start getting little peaks because it's smoky, but it's not overly resinous. You do get a good bit of the aromatic nature here from that black musk, and it's really nice, but it's not like you're overly animalic. I'll just say that. Because at the back of it, you got that black vanilla. That black vanilla is not a sweet vanilla, but it is there and it smooths out that the texture of this thing. I like it a lot. I really do. I really do. I was gonna give this thing initially like an 8. I'm probably gonna end up moving it up to an 8.5. Because it is that good. It really is. But you know what? This is a man scent. This is one that is more of a swagger booster. This is more of this is like I'm in charge of this situation, and when I'm around, I'm in charge. That. Let's see. TT Fragrance says, what's happening? What's your thoughts on Dylan Blue? I had a decant, been wanting for a while, just picked it up. Dylan Blue is a good fragrance to have. And I think that anybody who is into fragrances, who are trying to get like their fragrance collection together, Dylan Blue is a great fragrance to have, to start your collection with, to keep in your collection, and to use as a staple. Dylan Blue is, so I've kind of moved around with Dylan Blue a little bit. I like this, of course, the low 7 Cobalt, kind of same vibe that you were talking about, like a Dylan Blue meets Blue de Chanel, but you're going to get a good bit of that black currant. It's a little bit drier. I like this a lot. It got a little bit more incensey nature. So like I said, I akin it more to the Dylan Blue vibe. But another staple, and Ross talks about this one all the time. This is one that you got to keep a backup bottle on. If you're going to talk about staple blues in your collection, Dylan Blue is one, Aqua Cinziala Blue is the other. Aqua Cinziala Blue, $30. Beautiful fragrance. Man, this is got that citric bite in it, man, at the opening. But then as it smooths out and kind of goes into the dry down, it gets slightly powdery, but it still gives off a great sillage, man. It's aromatic, beautiful in the air, man. Love that stuff. Dylan Blue's great though. Let's see. Yeah, I don't even know what Randy said. I don't even know what Taji said, man. I know my moderators came through and was like, "Oh, wait, you can't say that." So I don't know what he said. We from Baton Rouge. We be saying all kind of outlandish shit. So, um, let's see. Let's say what time is a novice never heard of? Which one we talking about? Which one we never heard of? TT Ferguson said thoughts on replica by the fireplace. I like replica, but I don't like it that much. Replica to me is a fragrance that's more of a candle than it is a fragrance. And that's how I am. You know how I am with fragrances like that. I don't if it smells too much like a candle, I'm not that into it. Amore Cafe from Mancera that everybody was talking about. Beautiful fragrance, but it's more of a candle. It's not something I want to wear. That's how it is with Replica by the Fireplace. It's not something I want to wear out because I feel like it's more something I want to scent my home with. But it's not a bad fragrance at all. Lenny said we need a clone of Ralph Lauren Romance Silver. We just need them to really have Ralph Lauren Romance Silver available again because I never see it. Racket Club, what's good, Gator? Center today, Aqua Dubai, Aqua Dubai. It's that time of year for it. TT said I found a 3.4 for 76. That's not bad. By the Fireplace is solid. My brother loves it a lot. Yeah, yeah. So it's not even that it's bad. I am just very what's the word? Like I said, I'm very much that guy that like with a fragrance like that, I just find it to be more of a home fragrance, like an ambiance fragrance than a scent fragrance that I want to wear, you know? Let's see. What's the longevity and projection with that Rasasi? So, as far as the Rasasi, the longevity, you're getting somewhere in the range of about, I get like 7 hours, 7 to 8 hours on it. But it goes into like a skin scent pretty much after that, like third, fourth hour. CI still is there for a good little bit, though. It's nice. And you still are getting pops as you're going around because they're using the lavender in there and that geranium blend. I think is it geranium? I think it is geranium at the top, but I think it is lavender as well. Though you're getting that. I don't even know if it's in no breakdown, but you're getting lavender in there. But it really like stands to freshen that fragrance up. It really is it's a beautiful thing in that dry down. It really is. And they use rose in there as well. So, but it's not an overly floral rose. I just mentioned a whole bunch of florals, but the fragrance itself isn't overly floral. It comes across as just a really fresh vibe, you know? It said, hello, this Ty G. Oh, I know you here, man. That's why I say that's Ty G. I know. I know who it is. You know, that's why I like Ty G in the building, man. That my cousin in here. What time says, what's that Rasasi called again? Novice, I'm ordering. It's called Rasasi It's Essential. Did I put it back already? Damn, I didn't put it back already. But yeah, it's Rasasi It's Essential. It's Essential. Very, very nice little fragrance, man. It said lots of clowns on TikTok. Yeah. I've seen they get mixed up. It could be misleading. Not all, but some. A lot. A lot of them are, man. They say TikTok is basically the new QVC and home shopping network. Yeah, they do the most. They do the most. They really do. KM, it's a shame I sure don't get on TikTok. LOL, yeah, TikTok is a cesspool right now. By the way, guys, there's apparently a new version of TikTok that everybody's gonna have to get on in a little bit. So the version of TikTok that we're on right now, I think, is not going to be sold. There is a new version of it that will be kind of like the American version of it, but you got to get onto that new platform whenever they make the decision to do it. So you're gonna have to jump onto the new TikTok and restart your algorithms and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll jump on there. Maybe that's when I'll jump on there. Let's see. Some say that one curly fragrance has done for her last 24 hours. Talking about it on Instagram. Um, I don't even listen to curly fragrance stuff no more. Curly fragrance does she does some good reviews. I'm doing a blind buy, worst blind buy video. I don't want to get up there and get it, but you see that fragrance right there. You might not be able to see it. I don't even want to get up there and get it because it's not worth the climb. I got a little what you call it thing that I'm gonna be getting soon though to kind of get those fragrances off the top shelf. Once I do that though, I'm probably gonna end up adding another shelf at the top. But it's called Louis Cardin Sacred. Chocolatey, floral. You think everything you'd want in a fragrance. That's just disgusting. That's my girl said it smells like straight up hairspray. And guess what? It does. It does. Not a good blind buy at all. One of my worst blind buys of all time. Let's see. You say, yes, it's mysterious for me. It's a wild experience. It's such a good one. Some people be saying it lasts 2 hours on skin and it's weak, maybe on their skin. I'm going to wear it to fall. I'm going to wear it to fall to see how it performs. I layered it with Seraphine Blue, man. That was a wild combo, but it works. Um, you say eat some wings tomorrow, y'all. What are we eating wings for tomorrow? Although you never have to beg me to eat wings. Um, but yeah, man, like real talk, Seraphine Musk to me is one of those fragrances that is going to be slept on, and people are going to crap all over it, and they're going to because it does not um, fall into expectations because of, like I said, how popular and how mass appealing Seraphim Blue is and how mass appealing Seraphim Red is. Seraphim Musk is not a mass appealing style of scent. It is a little bit more complex, a little bit more down to earth. And I'm going to just be completely honest. It's a fragrance that there's a lot of people who are not going to be fans of it because it's rich and it's not necessarily for everyone. It is not an everyday type of wear. It's not a fragrance that you're going to reach for all the time. It's for me. I could see myself wearing it, a couple of days and then not wearing it, then wearing it a couple of days. It's not something though that I'm going to be actively like, oh, I just gotta wear this. It's not that. It's really not. Like I said, I give it an 8, maybe an 8.3, 8.4. Over time. This full wear that I have right now, it's nice. Soft projector. It's not gonna be going anywhere. It's not blowing anybody out of the water right now. That might be a plus though, so but right now I do like it a lot. I do. There's a lot of people who don't. And I understand why. Like I get it. I get why, some people don't like it. I know my boy Kix was like, yeah, it's like a 7 something, you know. I get it. I get it, you know. Hell, Virtue's Vanilla Oud, as much as I like that fragrance, and I think it's a masterpiece, there are some people who can't stand Virtue's Vanilla Oud. And that's just real, you know? Beauty Assist said, have you tried the original Low 7? Yes, but I don't like it as much. Like, for some reason, the Cobalt to me, uh, I don't like a lot of the low fragrances. I don't. But Cobalt to me they're kind of generic. But Cobalt to me was actually one that I was like, this actually is nice. City Paradise, cool summer, fall is the way to go with Seraphine Musk. That's for sure. Yeah, yeah. Fall I think is gonna be the way to do it. Fall is gonna be the way to do it, man. I'm just skipping over some of these. And yep, Joel wrote it out, man. It's the Rasasi. It's essential. Let's see. And say, he said, I also got my hands on You Are My Fire by Sakat. Now, that one really does bring you closer to the real God of Fire. That's for sure. I compared it to God of Fire. Yeah, I'm looking at that one too. I got my guy Lou Dissel, man, sent me a couple of Zakat fragrances, man. I'm gonna probably do a decant dive on those. But I am looking forward to doing a a grab on some of the full bottles to do a review on them, man. Let's see. I just say you think you'll wait for the new TikTok to jump on it? Yeah. You say, okay, I see it. Hairspray, okay, then gross. Yeah, it's all right. Hood Rich Games said, I just got Enigma Dew. I had ordered Enigma but they sent me to Dew, and I don't know how I feel about it. It smells like Angel Share. Yeah, Dew is Angel Share. Uh is Aventus? Dew is Angel Share, though. I know Dew is Angel Share. Um, it was okay. To me, it wasn't the best. I mean, I still think Royal Blend is the best Angel Share inspiration that's out there. You say I put a dent in Seraphine Musk already. Yeah, I can see that. City Paradise says vanilla oud is lovely. It really is. It really is. Seven Elixir. I'm skipping over a little bit here. Beauty is Sit about Seven Elixir. Seven Elixir is okay. I would I get a full bottle of it? It's a possibility. Like if I remember it correctly, because I batch smelled all of those. Um, when I batch smelled them, that was the one that stood out to me was the low 7 cobalt. Um, but Elixir wasn't bad. Elixir wasn't bad. I don't know if I would buy it per se, but I also don't want to discourage you from buying it. I probably would have to put my nose on it again and see how I feel about it. You know, because the truth of the matter is, since I smelled that, I've probably smelled about 1,000 or more fragrances. So, like, and when I say that, I don't mean that in like a, oh, just exaggerating. I probably have smelled maybe 1,000 fragrances. So, because mm, maybe that is exaggerating. At least a couple of hundred, though. At least. Let's see. Joel said, but my newest best vanilla is Perroy Gold Fawn. So, Gold Fawn, Perroy Gold Fawn. I like it. I did a decant dive on it. Had on decant dive how much I like Perroy Gold Fawn. And then I was like, oh, but they've got better stuff with Gold Fawn, with Perroy. Um, my podcast partner Erica, she got it in, and she got another sample of one of their other fragrances, and she liked the other one more than she liked Gold Fawn. Gold Fawn's nice. Gold Fawn gives me a little bit less of the woods and things that I would normally be looking for, but it's not bad at all. I really do like Gold Fawn. Gold Fawn's worth a full bottle, in my opinion. City Paradise said, did have a change of heart for Coconut Lagoon after I let my decant sit for a while. It's gotten better. It changes as far as like the complexity of the DNA of that fragrance changes. It really does. All right, guys. I am about to jump out of here, man. Before I get out of here, though, guys, make sure you hit that like button in here before we get out of the door. I'm about to go ahead and get in. My wife is like, she wasn't really hungry, but I got a feeling we're probably gonna be hungry now. So we're gonna go ahead and get out the door, man. Man, shout out to everybody that jumped in here, man. Shout out to my brother for jumping in. Shout out to my cousin Ty G for jumping in here, man. Very much appreciated for all of y'all guys, man. And what you say, Joel? Take care, everybody. Smell good. Yes, take care, everyone. Smell good. And remember, y'all already know. Y'all already know. Like you say, yeah, time for bed, peace, yeah. And I know my guy Sip Up is probably gonna be jumping on it a little bit too. So, yeah, because like I said, I have to get with him. We're going to do a joint live in a little bit, man. But y'all guys, reach out to me if y'all have questions or anything like that. I'm always up to talk to people and stuff and advise and do whatever I do. In the meantime, guys, hey, you know what? Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, make sure you make today the best day ever on purpose. Peace out.